Chill.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to VFX and Chill, the show where we love to discuss visual effects and making stuff on computers. I'm joined, as always, by my lovely co-host, Seth Worley.
Hello.
And Michael Zalapsky. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, I have a question for you, too. Did you both remember to eat lunch today?
I did not.
I actually did. I know I normally eat my lunch on the show to the chagrin of literally everybody, but today I ate ahead of time, and I'm just instead drinking this chai something that has tonic and ginger. It's very festive and holiday-y.
Very, very festive.
But why do you ask?
Well, I just asked because, Michael, I'm worried that your tummy is going to be a grumbling during this episode because we have invited an amazing guest to join us, and I think that we should bring him on right now. Welcome,
Who is he?
He is Patrick Foley, Patrick 4D online. Welcome, Patrick.
Hey, buddy.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. What's going on?
Not much. Welcome to the digital chef here, who is an amazing sculptor of the most delicious items that you can possibly imagine.
I'm excited about this because we've never talked about food on the show.
We don't talk about food on the show.
It's a very scary thing to me because it has to look good. And we're not used to making things like that on VFX and Chill. Hashi, you've got some stuff on your screen, right? That shows
I sure
off all the
do,
kind of
yeah.
things.
If you want to, if you head on over to patrick4d.com, you can view the menu of, I'm just going to let this, let's find a good speed here. Just let this scroll through.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so tasty. Like that burrito. Oh, my gosh.
I'm really hungry
It's
now.
ridiculous. I just stop talking and just looking at this amazing menu. I know it's around lunchtime for all of you over on the western coasts, so I hope you get to watch the show during your lunch break and eat something delicious suggested by one of these many beautiful images. Patrick, how
asparagus, my
focusing
gosh.
on
Sorry.
All right. Let me just hop in here and say this is just a huge, massive overcompensation for the fact that I can't cook in real life. We'll start with that.
Good.
So this is what that looks like.
I mean, what are VFX if not a massive overcompensation?
Yeah, you know.
What is art? So Patrick, I said Patrick's. Patrick, I have really only one really simple question for you, which is, how do you do this? How did you get into doing this actually?
This is, I guess I'll just take you way back in college. I went to school for film, and that's, I guess, thanks to the camera knowledge and the composition, lighting, and everything, because you can't have any of these like illustrations look appetizing at all without some of that knowledge, and I think some of that gets lost in translation. But this started just the way a lot of people's 3D journey starts. It was Cinema 4D, bare bones, physical renderer, like 2016. I got into it as a hobby in college, and I just started doing the everydays. You know, I had the inspirations of Beeple and Hodass, those guys. Because before food, it was just abstract, didn't know how to sculpt anything, so just merging primitives together.
So in college, got obsessed with edibles. I mean, it's the classic tale.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Yeah, exactly. And then that turned into just all these different series. I was just following the rabbit hole. It was like abstract, and then it was environment, then it was like product type stuff. A lot of it was like satirical at the time. And then finally I hit this plateau of like, if I'm going to want to make anything real, I'm going to have to learn to sculpt, like something that's not just like abstract. Yeah. So that's when I tried to bring on ZBrush, and it was very daunting at first. I took like a 6-month hiatus, and this was like 2019 or 2020. And then eventually I got into like characters. I was making really botched, none of this is on the website, but very botched, like imagine cartoon characters that look like they got into hard drugs or something. And that turned, when I felt like I messed up every single character I could think of, we turned into character foods, like Purple Flirt from Jimmy Neutron, a lot of SpongeBob stuff, Krabby Patty. And that's when I realized, damn, I would actually eat this Krabby Patty. If this is what that would look like, I would eat this. This looks tasty. And I saw that I was like, not only making this stuff look edible, but I was making them pretty fast. We were doing the dailies. And when I ran out of all the cartoon foods that I thought I could make, that's when we're like, all right, what if we just started making real foods? And I realized simultaneously that there wasn't really a space filled in the industry of like the 3D food guy. Like I had not heard of someone. There's all these character guys, environment guys, people, but I had not known, or at least to my knowledge, someone who was like really just trekking this food scene. So started only doing food. It was like this one series that I hopped onto that never really ended to this day. It's been like 4 years, 3-4 years maybe of just food related content. And that's when I got in touch with the ZBrush guys. I started doing a lot of ZBrush live streams, and here we are just pioneering how it should be made if you're in the food world, I guess.
That's nuts. And it's crazy because it feels like, I think my brain is just thinking about like, cause I've done food photo, I've directed commercials for like fast food chains, and the best ones are the ones where they've outsourced the food photography, so I don't have to sit and direct a hamburger, and because those days are tedious and take forever, and I'm combining that experience with the understanding that like a real restaurant has like health code they have to abide by, and so I'm thinking, I feel like it's a even weirder, bigger responsibility for it. Maybe I'm wrong but for what you're making, it has to be like, it has to really genuinely represent what people are going to be putting into their body, and it has to look good, and it has to look real. And those feel like really, those feel like kind of overbearing pressures for me, at least. Like, you seem very cool and casual about like, yeah, I just make food and I do it and it's amazing. And here I am.
No, yeah, that's definitely a huge part of it. I think why I like it so much is, I don't know, I feel like traditionally if you're starting with primitives, things are overly simplistic, overly like a fun comparison I like to make a lot is when I was in the film world, like the 3D artists and film people are trying to get to the same goal in the exact opposite direction. Like in film, you're trying to make the image so much cleaner. You're trying to clean all the scuffs, trying to do all that stuff, clean the image. In 3D, you're trying to dirty it up, make the really imperfect smudges. You're trying to add all that stuff there to get the same look. So we're trying to reach the same goal, but just in the opposite way. Like in the film world, you're just like cleaning it up overly to the point where this would never show up like this. But, you know, clients like what they call is flawsome, like flawed but looking awesome. So nothing too perfect. Was that one of the sound bites?
No, but it's going to be, and it's also going to go on my tombstone. Good God, I love flawsome.
What, flawsome? Flawsome is great.
Yeah. So I think that, especially when you think about food and, you know, a lot of the snack brands I've worked with, when they come in like really tiny bite-sized pieces and they're made in a factory, it's like it's almost impossible to get these things in real life, not somewhat crumbly or like the jam somewhere else or this. So it's much easier to make this stuff in 3D, or like ice cream, for instance. It doesn't melt on set. If it melts, you're screwed. You got to get like 15 more tubs of ice cream, and there's just like less liability. So there's a lot of selling points. Or if you forget to shoot something on set, you got to hire all those people, bring them back for just 1 or 2 extra shots. If I make this in 3D, it's like the project file's there. We have it. So that's been a big part of just the selling point to these clients.
That's awesome.
That is incredible. So speaking of small snack-sized things, in case you're a Maxon one person and you have goodness gracious,
Maxon one person.
I'm too hungry now. If you have Cinema 4D, you can just click right over here because there are some really lovely things right here in the asset browser.
Oh yeah. Oh.
In fact, if you just dive in here and type the word cookie, look at this.
Oh, hey,
Again, some delicious creations.
Yeah, this is a great thing. You can get assets from this very delightful guest in your projects right there.
Wait, did you make those?
Oh my God, I forgot I did make these. Wait, what? Whoa, wait, what? This is included? This is crazy.
Look at that.
How'd you guys get these?
Time to check your contract.
From Patrick4D at patrick4d.com. Info right there in the little info panel. Yeah, all you need to do is go to the asset browser. And then you can easily just double click on any of these cookies, you could throw in a little HDRI, and look at this. Look at the numminess.
The nice thing too is like these are nice starting points, but since these textures are technically all procedural, any kind of cookie you make in ZBrush or anything else, you just slap these same textures on there, and you can kind of go from there and
nuts.
Make it your own.
You know, I also love is in the Redshift viewer when you're moving around and it's rendering. It first just looks like a sprinkle sugar cookie.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That's the key. You put it on like 10 samples, and then you're good.
Yeah, I would literally eat it in every form that it's appearing right now. I love that you have it in this warehouse, Hash. Like, why is this where you're choosing to eat it?
This is where I like to eat the majority of my food. I was trying to quickly improvisationally grab an HDRI, and this is one of the lesser depressing ones.
Why all HDRIs are like depressing warehouses where
they're all like
children
crime
are
scene locations that.
Yes, left cookies at the crime scene.
Now,
amazing.
Speaking of cookies at the crime scene, what I'm about to talk about has nothing to do with that.
That's my favorite new artist of the year.
Yeah, cookies at the crime scene, 100%. Great pop rock. Listen, because we have a few extra little bumpers, we're going to real quick take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to play a game. Is that cool with you,
Woo-hoo.
Patrick?
Please, let's play it. Let's go.
Thank God. Here we go. We'll be right back.
Grab your tools and download these free files. Thursday, December 19th, artists from Maxon and Perception are working alongside each other to create Snow People. We hope you'll log on for this special live stream so that we can ignite that creative spark and fire up our imaginations together. The more the merrier.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we are with Patrick 4D, the digital chef. We are very excited. We're going to play a game that we love on the show. We played it many times before. If you're not familiar, it's a little game called World War ZBrush. Now, the way that we play World War ZBrush, usually what we do is we bring on an expert onto the show who's good at ZBrush, and then we have one of us team up against them. Basically, we get 20 minutes. Michael will provide a prompt. Often these prompts are provided by the viewers at home. So if you have a suggestion for us for this, please put it in the chat. A suggestion for what, Seth? Well, if I explained it in the right way, we would already know, but I forgot the important thing, which is how the game is played. We will have a timer that comes up on screen and a prompt from Michael in which in those 20 minutes is what we're doing. In those 20 minutes, Hashi and Patrick will have those 20 minutes to sculpt whatever that prompt is that comes through. So, did I say all the right words? I feel like I said.
I think those are all the right
times.
Words. And
okay.
Yeah, this is a fun game. This is the game during which Seth and I have done our ZBrush learning journey. Yes. Speaking of the chat, we have I saw Paul Gabriel in the chat. ZBrush and some
Paul Gabriel. I used to have a Paul Gabriel drop from our Germany show. If you want to get to know Paul Gabriel, there's plenty of training material on the internet for that. But also go watch our show from Germany, our live show from Germany, in which we forced Paul to play this game with oven mitts duct taped to his hands in order to give us the fighting challenge.
And you don't even have to go to Germany to watch it. It's right here on the channel. But afterward.
So, Michael, my question is, do you have a prompt yet ready to go?
I do. It's cocked, locked, and ready to rock.
Wow. Those are so many words. Here we go.
Wait, that's the prompt or?
No.
It's like.
No, please, God, no. Here we go. No. Don't let Michael comment on that. No, you're not allowed.
Difficult, yeah.
If you turn your attention to the screens, Seth will show you the prompt. And this prompt is.
Where'd it go?
Coming shortly.
Boom.
There it is. Rack of lamb. The prompt is rack of lamb.
Rack of lamb.
That's right. Rack of lamb.
Interesting.
Okay.
With the planning, will this image be on here so I can see it?
I can make that happen. Yes, I can make that happen. In fact, let me make that happen before I hit the thing. So hold on one second. Let me see if I can go to our little screen where it's going to be both of you guys, and just making sure this is both of your screens, correct?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
I see two ZBrushes in different states.
I'm gonna grab.
Hey.
these elements, and I'm going.
Yeah, I'm in
to
Georgia.
Grab them up.
Well, Hashi's not even in the same country.
Oh, okay.
Let's
One
see.
different state.
Great comment from our own Jason Murphy right here.
Yeah, Jason Murphy says, I'm glad we got back to having talented guests this week. Jason Murphy was our lovely guest last week, showing us how to do talking animals in After Effects, which is really cool.
So that means next week we'll be doing talking food.
I was like, he was either the last guest or that was a shot at someone.
Patrick, how big do you need the image to be? Is this okay if it's down here?
Gosh,
okay.
I don't know.
That's cool.
Okay.
Rackable man.
Michael, you're ridiculous, man. Okay, here we go.
What?
This is a true challenge. I'm so glad I'm not playing this week. Here we go.
Great.
Time to get going for World War Z. Ladies and gentlemen, begin.
Oh, boy. Okay.
All right.
What do we got here? I must just start with the plate, probably.
A plate? You're plating your food?
Wasn't it on a plate? It wasn't floating.
It looks like it's on a plate. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh.
Now, I don't want to distract you too much while you're sculpting, but Andrew K from the chat says, love Patrick with an exclamation point. So
is that which Andrew K is that? Is that an Andrew K we know?
It's a different Andrew K.
Okay.
It's not that Andrew K.
Okay. I was in a meeting with people unrelated to that Andrew K this week, and they were like, do you know an Andrew K? And I was like, yes, I do.
Do I?
He's everywhere.
Jeez. I don't know what I'm doing here.
Wow, I love that. Okay, so did you just make a plate or import that plate?
Yeah. No, he just made it.
Okay, great. So far, Patrick has made one whole object. Hashi has made the thing, a bulb that you use to water plants.
Found the move brush.
And/or you found the Pinocchio brush.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Patrick, if you've never watched Hashi or Seth sculpt, it's a lot of, I found the thing.
Yeah,
like
we don't know what anything is.
Because again, they've barely touched ZBrush, so it's mostly a journey of discovery every time they open it.
Patrick, I'm curious for you. Like, you do all this training. How was it always natural for you to? Like, it always feel natural for you to narrate what you're doing as you do it? Because I can't even narrate anything while I'm not doing it. Like, I obviously can't talk ever. I'm curious for you how natural it is.
No, I feel like, on a typical day, I'm on the Discord, and it's a very casual. It is not me like, first guys, we're gonna do this. It's like me just like chilling. Like, we're just talking, having fun, vibing out. Other people are streaming, I'm streaming, and that's in my Discord. But when I'm doing like the ZBrush live streams, it's like a little bit more explaining, but still for the most part, just kind of like talking about random stuff. It's less of like I'm going over every single little thing I'm doing. So in that case, maybe I'm a bad trainer, but
no.
Other than that, yeah, I just kind of go with the flow.
Nice.
What kinds of stuff did you watch when you were first learning about like what ZBrush was?
I watched a lot of Michael Pavlovich, the GOAT. If I know like 50% of ZBrush, let's say, or maybe 40, ZBrush is so dense. He knows like 150%. The man is just like an encyclopedia for ZBrush.
Really?
It's wild. Yeah.
Goodness.
This is disturbing what you're making, Hashi. Is this like a pancreas or a kidney? I'm not sure which.
It could be
both.
All you need is some subsurface scattering, and it's going to be amazing. Michael Steinberg in the chat says, "Do anyone know the over/under on this, or under/over on this?" One of these artists has more experience doing this than the other. Speaking of artists who need experience, Jason Murphy says, "I would need 8 hours just to make that plate."
Same.
And Peyton says, "Patrick, make sure you put some purple jeans in the background." I assume that's an inside joke from your Discord.
That is such an inside joke. But there's not actually. It's literally he just wants to see purple jeans. That's about it.
You're like, it's an inside joke. It's not a very funny one, but it is.
It's a couple steps away from a really cool Prince song.
Oh yeah.
What? doing here?
Purple jeans. It's not that hard.
I learned earlier I can mute you, Michael. Don't make me do it.
Oh, yeah, well. Jason Murphy says he's watching from Orlando, Florida. Mike Fly says hello from Mexico. We've got
all of Mexico.
Colin Blake watching
good.
Colin Blake's watching from England. Nestor Kosaka from Peru.
Oh no! Sorry, don't know how that happened.
Oh no!
Your timer just started over. Yep, I gave you more time by accident.
Whoops!
What were we at?
We were at 15-ish, 16 maybe.
Okay. Can you launch the 15-minute timer and get us back on track?
I can kick us to a 10. So why don't I say in about 3-4 minutes I'll kick us to 10.
Sure.
All right. Parasy Boy is saying, "Oh my gosh, hello! I've been trying to find new vids. I'm a huge fan, I believe, of you, Hashi." And it says, "This is cool. This is cool. You. What's the app? Hashi and Patrick are sculpting in ZBrush, Maxon's ZBrush. It is the industry standard 3D. It's the industry standard 3D sculpting tool, and it's been used in pretty much every major motion picture where there's a creature, and pretty much every video game. But also, it's in some of the toys you have on your shelf right now, and some jewelers use it, dentists use it. It's a useful for many industries." Drez is asking if Patrick is ever going to release a course dedicated to food sculpting in ZBrush.
I've had medium to long-term plans regarding releasing a masterclass, but I wanted to make sure I was a master first. So short answer is yes in the future. That's really
responsible of you. Good Lord.
Honestly, the main thing, especially at the beginning, I wanted to make sure I released something before, because sometimes I go to my old, I used to do some YouTube stuff like way, way back, and it's like, you look back at old content, you're like, oh, I would have made that differently. Do not want it to be like that with this, so I want to make sure I'm very confident in the kind of stuff I'm doing. But short answer is yes, at some point.
Excellent. Well, we look forward to that, and we'll absolutely be spreading any good word about delicious food stuffs that.
I never thought to check I never thought to make sure I was a master before doing master classes on things. I don't know if I would have survived economically if I had given myself that kind of a grading system.
Speaking of masters,
that is a really good finger, gravy. And you're not trying to make a finger. But the top up there, Hash, really is like, it's just like a chicken with a finger for a head.
Yeah.
Speaking of masters, Patrick, ATD Films 360 is saying, "Hey, what was the name of that ZBrush person that you mentioned that you learned from again? Michael Pavlovich is what they thought you said. Michael Pavlovich.
Yeah, Michael Pavlovich. Also, there you go. My building, literally right now, I don't know if you can hear this, is there's a fire alarm drill going on right now. This is absurd.
Oh, I actually can't. There you go, Skype noise cancellation. Do you need to leave?
Are you in danger?
No, it's a planned thing, I think.
Okay.
All right. We do not.
I thought they were doing that yesterday. But...
Here at VFX and Chill, do not recommend anyone
stay in the
die for this show.
Yeah, please. No one stick around for any kind of like fire or anything. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Mm-hmm.
Asset browser.
ATD Films also says thanks to Jason Murphy last week.
No. Okay. You can't do that. Oh no, Patrick's become too powerful. He knows how it works.
ATD Film says, thanks to Jason Murphy, they used some of the techniques from last week's episode on a fun little project. So thank you to you.
Hey.
And, Michael Donza says, hello from the Netherlands. Alonso Perez Yaksik is watching from Chile. So that's
Michael, what did Jason Murphy cover last week? I don't remember if you said earlier.
Talking animals. And the link for the Talking Animals episode is in the chat. Frequent Chill says, he believes it's actually pronounced...
What chat?
Oh, thank you for the question. All of the chats. But for those who are wondering why they're asking about what chat, VFX and Chill streams live to a number of channels simultaneously. So you could be watching this on Maxon Red Giant YouTube channel, Maxon Training Team YouTube channel, Maxon's Action Movie Kids or Action Movie Dads channel. Is it streaming to the ZBrush channel? I don't remember.
Not today. No.
But the main channel that should be on that one. The main channel we're streaming on is the VFX and Chill YouTube channel. So if you go to youtube.com/@VFX and Chill, the majority of the chat conversation is happening over there. And you can say hello to a ton of folks over there. And if you do make a comment that shows up on the screen, your full name will show up because I don't have the ability from my main chat window that has all the consolidated chats to put your whole name up there. But yeah, go to VFX and Chill or youtube.com/@VFX and Chill, and throw in a like and a subscribe while you're there. And yes, Alonso Perez says this is the only legit chat. Yes, that would be.
Look how good Patrick's looks. And look at Hashi, your chocolate whoopee cushion over here.
You like whoopee cushion? Check it out.
Yo, we love
Heck
that.
Yeah, we're getting
Mr.
there.
Yes,
Not
you're getting there.
No, let's be honest here.
Wait,
I love that whenever you talk, Patrick, we're getting the fire alarm, and I'm now understanding it must be chaos where you are right now. That is so loud.
We try to arrange this for any guest that is too powerful.
Yeah. Did you guys call this fire alarm?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Hashi really wants to win.
Exit the building.
Hey Seth, your 10-minute timer can start now.
All right, let's do it.
All right, back on track.
Fine.
Jason Murphy says we planned it really well. They even put a smoke machine in the hallway. So yeah, there you go. X Waco X says go Patrick with 3 fire emojis.
Hey.
I think that's pronounced go Patrick.
Run!
Oh, leave your house. There's a fire.
Mr. A4D says hello from Florida. We also have ATD Films is watching from London. Thank you for tuning in
foggy
live.
London town.
Alonso Perez is enjoying the chocolate-covered pork chop. Yes, this is supposed to be a leg of lamb, and Seth has it up on the screen for them to see. Very tasty. Hashi, I will say, you've got the texture and the shape coming down pretty good.
That color needs to change promptly. I wonder if you're able to change it to like a purple or something to make it just less like,
less meaty.
Some kind of like aborted ET, which is kind of what it looks like right now.
I feel like it's a little mean for you to be teasing Hashi about colors, Seth. Since Hashi
No, I'm not teasing. I'm suggesting.
No, we're all friendly here.
I don't think the ET brown falls under his hue. What's the term, Josh?
I can't remember how you call it. Something.
Deuteronomy. Your Deuteronomy.
My Deuteronomy.
Yeah. Like a chocolate club. Yes.
Yes. Paul Peyton says one looks like a juicy lab chop, and the other looks like a chocolate golf club /
What's
skirt.
funny is, Hashi, by going to gold, you didn't go any further away from chocolate. It's now just wrapped.
Heck yeah.
Which is fine. The gold really shows off your texture.
Oh,
it's just gold plate or whatever, gold encrusted, the gold flakes.
US says Patrick will be done in like 5 minutes. Patrick will be done in 5 minutes, and Jason says, well, hopefully that's not in regards to the fire. And right. Justin says, it feels weird to be watching a Patrick stream without him rubbing coconut oil all over his body for 5 minutes. Yes, that's definitely what he does all the time on his streams.
Wait, who
Nick
said
Smith
that?
Is asking, that was Justin Leduc.
I'm writing down these names.
I really need to change the music to that. It's not.
And then, yeah, we need to change that one. Nick Smith is saying, does Grayscale Gorilla have a Churrascaria material collection? Possibly. You'd have to check. They do have a very neat new link into Cinema 4D now with the new Grayscale Gorilla Studio. Links right into Cinema 4D and now Adobe Substance. You can send your Grayscale Gorilla materials over to Adobe Substance now for further tweaking if you want to use it for a foundation, which is pretty neat.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah, big fans of Grayscale Gorilla over here.
Oh yeah, I just got Grayscale Gorilla Studio. I was messing with it, just testing it out. It is phenomenal. Let me say.
Yeah.
And the alarm's still going off, by the way.
Thanks for keeping us posted.
It's bad.
I can't imagine trying to sculpt something with that happening in the background.
If a fire marshal knocks on your door because you're out of compliance,
it's funny because whenever we hear him, he'll say something and then we'll hear a "ree," and then it'll go away. And it's just like there's a dolphin in his office that's wanting to chime in occasionally.
Yeah, SpongeBob swearing.
It's my dolphin.
Oh, hey, Batul is watching from the Frankfurt office. Hello, Batul.
Batul. Goodness.
The Photoshop guru says, "What the heck is going on in here? Should I have brought my Wacom pen?" Are both of you using Wacom or Zency Labs, or what are y'all using to sculpt with?
Zency Labs.
I'm using a mouse.
Zency Labs. Hashi.
I have a Cintiq right next to me, but I would have to switch monitors. So
this is the most Hashi thing in the world. I have this incredible tool to do this, but instead I'm using my hand and a paper clip and a pile of rocks.
How much time? Speaking.
Oh my God, he's got sauce there and everything.
Got 5:30 left.
Sauce.
Yeah, look, I would. He's got it in a state that I would go ahead and eat it. We're now talking about Patrick like he's not here. Like,
I'm trying to wait for this freaking alarm to die down. It's please exit the building.
His building is burning around him, and he's still creating like delicious looking lamb chops.
Oh my God! Do you hear it? Do you hear it?
Yes,
we can hear it. We can hear it.
It is.
Are you going to move on to texturing, or are you going to just continue refining your sculpts?
Gosh, with 20 minutes, this guy could absolutely
I don't know if there's enough time for texturing this per se, but
I bet you could do it. I bet you could do it.
Of course.
What is this, a challenge? Oh wait.
The dolphin. It just doesn't get old to me. It just keeps
it makes
implying
great content, you know?
It really, with how limited a view we have of you and how fast you're working, it does feel like there are absolutely flames just on either side of the frame. And like there should be crumbling dust coming from above.
Yeah.
Well, you have your snow turned on. That's kind of what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, I do have the snow. That's true.
Yeah, for those who are concerned that it's not ash falling around him as the building burns.
Goodness.
Nick Smith says the fire alarm's going off reminds me of when I cook. Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
I don't know what we're doing here. I don't remember how to do that one thing.
You could ask Patrick. He's right there. He's right there.
You're allowed to help each other.
Wait, how do you paint on something? Don't you have to do something first? You have to enable drawing or something?
Patrick, if you can hear us.
BPA.
Wait, what?
I try to keep that out of my plastics, Patrick.
Oh, I like. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That siren sound does not get old.
Yeah, we can hear it.
I swear, it's gonna stop right at the end of this challenge too.
And then it start again the second we start.
Yeah, because we've got like several challenges lined up. So.
Oh wait, what have I done? What world? What happened? No.
He's just painting.
How?
Rack of lamb. He's just painting racks of lamb.
I don't know how.
Just endlessly duplicating
what's
these
happening.
Lamb.
Why? No. I don't. Why? Why did this happen? I was just.
This is the most unhinged session of World War ZBrush we've ever had.
Jeez Louise. But isn't it that you can say like color fill object? No.
Please let that fill all those objects now.
Jeez, come on. Right.
This rack of lamb has turned him into a lamb chop pile.
Document. Texture.
I guess I could do, but this is so bad. This is.
Yeah, bad. That's definitely how we'd call it.
So bad that.
Meanwhile, Hashi is
very well sculpted.
Hashi is drowning in chocolate turkey legs over there.
No, Hashi, I will say, the fact that I can see the bone.
No! What is this?
Well, I could see the bone. Now I just see a giant sphere.
No, what he's done is he's filled it with pancreas. Now he's put the skin over it. Why doesn't
undo go back? Oh,
there we
jeez.
Not cheese.
Okay. What?
Lamb.
You've got 1 minute and 10 seconds. At minute 8, 7, 6, 5. Hashi, I can see the bone. I can see the meat. You're doing so much better than I would at this point.
Why can I not? Where's my object? Is this just the background now? What's
in 50 seconds of the challenge is over? In 50 seconds of the challenge is over, we can ask Patrick how to fix what you've done.
This is my favorite World War ZBrush we've ever had.
Let's go. We love it.
What?
Minus the fire alarm.
Dude, look at that. No, including the fire alarm. Okay, this is where I'm 100%.
I'm committing now.
That's what you're submitting, Hash? It's kind of beautiful. Like, now you're carefully placing things like with intent.
Hashi's just trying to prove he's got the chops for this, says Jason Murphy. And Pancake says, you need to plate it, Hashi. Quick, plate it. The timer's almost up. Hashi, no! From Nestor.
All right.
Oh, we got 7 seconds. Okay.
Yep.
We've done it.
Oh, by the way, we explode at the end. There we go. All right.
Oh!
Dude.
That is very on brand. We got a fire alarm going now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Then you actually die. Okay. Let's take some closer looks here. Incredibly well done.
Brian Smith says quantity over quality. Hashi wins.
Just like so much meat going on. Like
that's what we're known for here. Is
okay. Let's
our
take a quick
sculpting
look.
abilities.
Patrick, what all is here? What is this? Can you break this down into like kind of how you saw it?
To me, this is kind of like at the detailed sketch phase, but it started with a plate, which is. Can you hear this, by the way?
Occasionally, but we actually like it.
You're in the Enterprise going down.
It sound like you're on the Enterprise going down.
Is start with a disc. We use some Z modeler and some dynamic subdivision, and then we baked it in using apply. Got a quick little plate. And then I literally just masked on a flat surface. Essentially, imagine I take this, mask like the silhouette of the pork chop, something like this, whatever. And then if you auto region, it just fills it in for you. But then I extruded this, subtool, extract, boom. This is our shape.
Well, if I'd known we could do that,
yeah.
I would have just,
So then, let me delete this. And then,
I'm sorry. I'm gone. I'm completely gone. I'm not taking in anything you're saying because ever since Hashi said, it sounds like you're on the Enterprise going down.
No, but just other than this going on, like this is just a long fire drill. They're usually not even this like.
I feel like maybe you should.
It works.
At what point do you take it seriously? Did it end? Did it stop?
Oh, it's still. The whole time this challenge has been happening, I've been hearing this and like trying to listen in on you guys.
I'm so sorry.
I think that we need to coordinate ourselves, all going left and then right.
Just like. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we got the plate. Then we masked out this shape. And a fun fact I like doing is when you have any kind of harsh shape like this. Let's say Dynamesh this. You go geometry, Dynamesh. You got a lot of polygons now. If you want kind of that like gristly edge shape, like imagine this was in the shape of a pork chop. If you just add simple contrast, you can get kind of like billowing edges, and it kind of give you that cool fake or that nice effect. It's very organic, ish, but to me that looks like something that was like crispy a little bit. So it flared up at the edges. So I use that technique a lot.
That's a good technique. I like that.
It's just a quick way to make something look a little bit more instead of like drawing all that.
Michael Pawlik says this is mutton, but the best.
Oh, let's go. Wait, I get it. And then here, like I like to. This may look kind of weird and globby on the ZBrush side, but I guess my brain's just used to seeing this stuff. and recognizing what it will look like in the texture phase. But if I go over here and to get these were like the saucy bits. Like if I were to texture this, usually duplicate
saucy what?
Or something like this. It would be a texture for this stuff, and then there'd be a texture for this stuff. And I would duplicate the same texture and maybe make this one a little bit higher on the subsurface scattering. The alarm's still going off, and
you don't say.
Yeah. And then that's how I would do this. But the way I got these in this position was just taking this on a surface noise here, so you can enable a surface noise. You can add noise this way. And I think since 2023, ZBrush added support for Maxon noise. So all the noises we know in Maxon or in Cinema 4D are added on here. So you can not mix it with a global noise. And now you can kind of see we're getting this nice little
look at that
texture. But then what I do is I mask it by the noise. And then I kind of boost the mask, invert, boost the mask, and then do something like an extract. And this is kind of what comes out of that. Just randomize pieces of geometry. You can accept, and it's obviously very thick, so you can take maybe the inflate down a little bit, take the contrast down, you get kind of something like this. Maybe polish, smoothing out those edges. And then when you texture something similar, you get kind of a nice glaze or something like that. And then for the sauce here, we got a nice tool called the Mask Curve Pen, and we just boom. I usually have fun with this part. That's all you got to do, and then you just tap it, Control Tap, just boost the mask.
What?
Extract from the tree, and when you reverse contrast, you get this like saucy look.
Oh my god!
So that's essentially just what I threw together. And then to get that bend to the bone that we had. Up the bone? What happened to that? Oh,
this is amazing.
Yeah, to bend this stuff, I use the anchor brush a lot. So the anchors have had a lot of big updates. Just selecting one point and moving like this. So
and look at that.
Yeah. So there's a lot covering that mesh right now, but if I were to take this, you can do like scale.
That is fun.
You can inflate. You can twist.
Look at that. You can make a cool little hat.
It's like a deformer built into a brush, essentially.
That's amazing. All right, we gotta take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna do another round. We're gonna make sure that Patrick's still alive. We'll be right back after this.
Buddy, you're not an elf. We let you think that, well, you were one of us. I mean, I felt sure when you cracked 6 feet that...
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, Patrick is in the middle of. Well, let's take a look. We got live footage from actually Patrick's office. We hope you're doing okay there, Patrick. I believe.
The thing is, that looks more fun.
Just hold on there, Patrick.
This is just noise.
Oh, well. Yeah. Anyways. If you're just joining us, we're playing some World War ZBrush. They guys just made that lamb. Well, Patrick made lamb.
Rack of
Hashi.
lamb. Yes, rack of lamb.
I made more of a landscape of...
Hashi, okay. Hashi made the insides of a human being and a landscape, if you want to call it that. Michael...
hey, real quick, before we go to the next challenge, I would like to point out that Haozi course took a shower today so they could look good for Patrick's stream. So
thank God. I was about to ask if we could check in.
Justin says, please tell Pat to prepare a wet towel so he covers his mouth with it in case of smoke. Let's keep these streams safe, people. Patrick GG's in the chat, enjoying the fact that there's another Patrick present. Michael Pawlek says, this might be controversial, but they prefer practical food. Yes.
Yes, you cannot eat this kind of food. That's fair.
So yes, it is time. It is time for another challenge, and I have it ready. So we've done a rack of lamb, and now it's time for if Seth will pull it up on the screen. It is time
lamb
for
pancakes.
A stack of pancakes. So you know you don't have to put all the fruit accoutrement on the top.
Yes, you do.
But yes. So rack of lamb, now stack of pancakes. We've gone away from animal-based products and into a breakfast-based product.
Okay then.
All right.
Patrick, you still crashing in there?
Of course.
Still going? I don't
It's
hear
just
it.
still good. Same as. Wait, just wait. Here we go. Wait, 3.
Oh, is there a woman that talks?
Yeah. She's
talks
the
and
woman
then
saying, "Get out of the building."
The
There's
building
fire,
is
you moron.
literally
Leave.
begging you to get out of it.
Listen. Here we go.
Okay,
You
I'm
have to keep
listening
talking while it
carefully.
happens.
Yeah, this is. Yeah.
Hey, do find a way
Do
to
you need
send us a
pair of
signal if
headphones?
you really do need to hop off and evacuate. I did see a comment that made me laugh that was like, in 20 minutes or like in 10 minutes, Patrick can finally evacuate. Made me happy.
Yeah. No, this is. I did get an email that they're doing fire drill tests, but it was supposed to be yesterday.
That
All right.
actually proves that you should get out of there.
Windows, if there are.
They didn't happen yesterday, so I just think they were late to
Okay.
it. They do this all. Oh, it's gone.
Yay!
Okay, everybody, it's time for World War ZBrush. We've got
Wait, what
pancakes.
Oh, hold on.
We got to make pancakes. So here we go, everybody. 20 minutes on the clock, and now.
Okay, let's go. Do we want a cylinder or something?
Oh, it feels so much more peaceful now that the siren's gone.
No, it's not that. I kind of miss it.
Ooh, we can do it for you.
Well,
I should have sampled it and then started overhearing, and then just made a beat to it the whole time and made it even worse.
If anyone watches Jeff Acuri's stand-up clips on social media, one of his most famous ones is a woman named Connie in the audience who laughs like a dolphin, and that's all I can think about every time Patrick is talking. When the fire alarm is going off, there's like this laughter from Connie in the background.
I'm gonna save this and a new project. Yeah. Sphere, what don't we? Oh, so peaceful.
It's see, we like to start off with a little bit of chaos and then just let everyone.
Now, so Hashi, you're starting with a sphere and then smooshing it down into a pancake shape, and Patrick is starting with a sphere and cutting it to make the pancake shape. This is very interesting.
That's.
And he just like chopped the middle of the sphere out. Well, not the middle, but like a little bit down from the middle, and it's got a pancake shape that way.
Wise.
What I mean, you say that, but yours is looking more pancakey at this point. His still looks a little geometric, but I'm sure that will change very soon. Oh no, he's doing the plate. He's making the plate. Hey, this one's a square. Look at the reference, sir. This is a square plate.
Can you operate without a plate, or do you just have to have it? That's a genuine question.
I need to have
yeah.
It's
otherwise, stuff's going to get all over the counter.
It's going to fall everywhere.
Seriously, do you always start with the container first and then the food?
Typically, I think it's just. I don't even think it's like, oh, this is text, but it's just like for me, it's like I need something to put this for my headspace. I need this.
Oh, that's really
mise
cool.
en place. You're setting yourself some mise. Are you?
Yeah.
And then in this case, because it's a plate, I can just select this poly group, and here's the start to my pancake. I just duplicate the subtool. Here's the start of the pancake. Let's get rid of the subdivision levels.
Does it help you with scale? Like, does it help you like having like just an understanding?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can, once we're at like a dynamesh phase.
I mean, I'm also really concerned with scale, obviously. But I have a
What's the
different
exact
approach.
measurement size of that pancake?
Is exactly 3.48 inches across. I do imperial, even though I've moved to Canada.
Yeah. Right. Michael Palak says Hashi's plate looks very organic. First week pottery student. Yeah, no, Hashi's starting with with the cake. Mike Fly says, "Yep, lesson 1 always starts with the plate." Hashi, Andrew K wants to know how to make multiple things in ZBrush.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? But
Hashi's like, no, I would.
Why don't
like
you
to
tell
know,
me, and I'll tell you if you're right.
He drives a hard bargain.
No.
I love that now that there's no fire alarm, you're like able to focus.
Oh yeah, that was. I'm telling you, that was my handicap. That was. It's like golf. Let's go.
I hate when fire alarms go off when I'm trying to play golf.
You know, like seriously. That looks fun.
I don't know what I'm trying. I don't know what I'm trying to find, but I'll find it when I do. Look out.
Yeah, what are you trying to do there, Hush?
I
It's just a pancake,
don't know.
man.
I felt like. See, I feel like I've before found like accidentally that you could do like cool.
I think you said the key word there.
Ready for this? Go.
Oh no!
Look at that.
What?
Patrick's done.
Oh, that was like a Tetris.
It's like Scrooge McDuck
suddenly just
stack of pancakes there.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Looks like a top hat.
That's too many. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like not that many.
I think eight or 9.
7. I think. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. It's
what do
hard to
you,
tell.
the viewers at home, think? 7? 8?
8?
Leave
Is
it
there a
straight.
hidden 9th one I'm not seeing?
I think it's 7. You're right, but I accept 8.
Ewa says there's never too many pancakes. Kyle Z course says it
Right
looks like a
answer.
kebab.
Oh. Actually,
Hey,
all right.
Patrick, Matt Wiley has a real question. Why not start with a flattened cylinder for pancake and rough up the edges with brushes?
I thought that's what Hashi was doing, but he's
That's what
taking
I'm
long
trying.
enough to make me.
Well,
wonder
except
what
I
he's
started
doing.
with a sphere, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice thing is that because these are all in one subtool, I can take something that sees these as separate islands and just kind of one by one mess these up a little bit.
I think starting with a sphere though, Hash was
I
smart
thought about
because
that, too.
the pancake is always going to have that like extra thick center than it is the sides. So it's a decent. That looks.
Michael
good.
Palix says, let them 8 cakes. ATD Films says 7, 8, 9. So we've got jokes in the chat.
Finally! Oh, thank God.
Nick Smith says, bonus points if you make a Rudy Tooty fresh and fruity. Ah, man of culture, I see.
Bonus points? I'm down for the bonus points. And then let's do a...
Go.
Have any of y'all ever been to an IHOP?
Damn it, Michael! I don't know why it keeps triggering. Sorry. It's just gotten used to your voice.
Oh, wow. Matt Wiley is asking, will there be any soft body sims to have the pancakes fall onto each other? That would be a fun idea, yes.
I guess so.
See.
Was that the trigger for...
That was the soft body sims. Will there be any hard body sims? I forgot how we got to Richard Gere. Rigid body, rigid dynamics.
Rigid body,
Richard,
that's what it
there
is. Richard Gere, yeah, rigid body, yeah.
Oh.
Oops.
Anyway.
Asset browser.
Michael, if you want a really good one, Patrick, try CC ball action.
Oh no.
CC ball. Did you turn it off? Oh nope, there it goes.
No one doesn't come
Michael
up as
Palak
much
is
as he used to.
Enjoying Hashi modeling an accurate Earth.
Uh-oh.
Peyton Hebert says the puns are flipping 8, which is a rare 2 puns for the price of 1.
Mike, yeah.
Oh no.
I don't want a game show. Actually, you know what? This is kind of a game show.
Very much so, especially this one. We got a diamond in the chat. We don't get diamonds in the chat very often.
Oh, hello, Jason Diamond.
It's nice to have you, sir.
Or ma'am. I don't know your preferred.
Jason Diamond? Pretty sure Jason Diamond's a sir.
What have I done?
I mean, I know. What I'm saying is I know Jason. I'm not assuming Jason's pronouns based on the name. I know Jason. That's why I say that.
Oh, okay. Nick Smith says they prefer the German CC ball drop. And yes, if you missed the live from Germany episode of VFX and Chill, where we were live on stage in front of real humans in Germany, there was a very amusing moment where the drops got messed up and went German. And yes, it was quite
and then
fun.
Went back American. It's pretty great. Check it out.
It's probably one of my favorite VFX and Chill gags we've ever done.
Ooh, I like the alien tentacles you've added to the pancakes over there, Patrick.
Yes, look at that.
Yeah, of course.
Oh no!
I see you're bulging. You're bulging, and there's some low polys, and then they become high poly. What are you doing to make that happen? I'm assuming this is a standard ZBrush technique, but you're doing it so fast.
Low poly then become high poly, you said?
Yeah. So you drag it out, and then the polys suddenly all become uniform again. You're hitting a keyboard shortcut, to do it.
This is Dynamesh. So essentially, this is, when you're in the creation phase, you can like merge these together, and then I can control drag. It fuses them. So same thing. It kind of retopologizes on the fly, and then when you're ready, you can actually retopologize it.
So it's just basically doing a quick remeshing, but without the fancy algorithms for edge flow, while you're quickly getting the shapes in, and then you use the remesher to get the proper edge flow in.
That looks so good. That looks so fun.
And then there's a separate function you can do, which is kind of like, and even more on the fly, when you enable Sculptus Pro and you take something like a snake hook, it'll actually localize where the topology should be made and just keep going.
Oh, cool.
And so like you can that's really good for like shape building, and then usually I'll Dynamesh after that. But depending on the size of the brush, now I'll get like a really higher dense mesh where I need it. And it's good for just different applications. But especially since this is syrup, we don't need like a super high poly kind of thing.
Yeah.
God.
Hashi,
Hashi,
just accept your pancake for what it is and duplicate it and get back to work. You got this, man.
I know.
You got this, man.
Peyton Hebert says making these pancakes must take some skillet.
Hashi, you're clear. Are you in ZBrush or Cinema? Oh, you were in Cinema for a second, Hash, weren't you?
I'm in ZBrush.
But I thought I saw you open Cinema, and I was going to suggest
see if I could go Z this, but I think that I may be running too many things to do that.
Well, I was gonna say if you wanted to open Cinema and try to do it in Cinema, I think it's okay because it's you and me. We don't know what we're doing. You could make some pancakes, and I'd love to see you make the syrup using a cloth dynamic that you then run through the volume mesher, possibly.
All right. So if I were in Cinema, here's what we would do. We would.
Oh, here we go. It's on.
Start with
fire alarm's back. Oh,
it's gone.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, good God.
Peyton says once you get a bigger stack, Hashi, life will be so much butter.
Oh.
No.
Oh, speaking of butter, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna go.
Jason Murphy was enjoying that you were finishing the Venom short with the syrup earlier. By the way, I forgot to mention that. Hashi and Seth.
It's okay that if you didn't for a while. You don't need to mention it again. For Hashi's well-being. Oh gosh. This is such a cool, and Patrick, I know you do this every day, but like we don't talk about food on the show ever. And it's just such a fascinating, it's so like cool watching you work. Like this is such a very specific skill set that you have, so hard. It's so cool.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, I don't know how it came. It's such an unorthodox upbringing in this. I mean, really field, which is probably thanks to just the background and the film stuff. But at this point, it's just every day, just random food. Like half my day is not even making the stuff; it's just thinking of stuff to make. Because I made so many damn dishes before.
Do you ever eat?
What's that?
Like, do you ever actually eat, or do you just think about the food?
Sometimes.
Good.
Ewa Verbeck says, Patrick, save the file.
Just, that's where we're ending the combo. Like,
yeah, good. I got all the info I needed.
Don't forget to save your file. Ewa is very concerned that you're not saving your file, Patrick.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Let's now Dynamesh this. This will actually be in the same... This will be the same mesh. just like that. And then what you can do is if you highlight just this polygroup, you can do this thing called mask by feature. It'll mask the borders of a polygroup. And then you can bring this back, and you can see if I were to grow the mask, you can polish. And it becomes a very smooth transition between these, like butter is melting on the syrup or something.
Oh, that's cool.
That is very cool. Patrick, do you have any AI thoughts? Stegosaurus from the chat is asking. Now, we've talked about AI occasionally before on this stream that we think it should not replace artists. We'd like AI for stuff like rotoscoping and doing the boring things more than actual, full image generation. Do you have any thoughts to throw into the fire of AI conversation?
You can also just say no. It's a safe place for that.
No is a fine answer.
I think AI is a technology.
Nailed it.
Knowledge.
No, so far I can't speak towards like other people's industries because I can only know what I've faced so far, and so far, luckily, it hasn't really impacted me too negatively that I know of. Like right now, I do have clients who give me like creative briefs, whereas before they may be like really crappy sketches. But now they're using like Midjourney stuff. It's like, we want something like this. And clearly there's a lot of errors, but it actually really gets the point across to me what I need to make. And that makes my job actually easier.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, oh, this is the vibe they're going for. These nuts have 5 fingers on them. But other than that, like I know what they're going for. I can just not make the fingers in the weird areas and stuff. But that's pretty much my take. And hopefully it doesn't get, to the point. I think people are just scared that the AI gets so crazy that it just eliminates the middle ground, which is us, from the equation, and the client can just like do the thing. But at least on like a mass scale, I haven't heard of many clients or artists that are like really a fan of eliminating the creative process, because I feel like that's the whole point. Like art is only impressive when it's made by the hands of a human, I feel like. So
yeah, I feel like a lot of what you see of like I actually feel like you said it eloquently. I don't need to say anything else, because if I speak, it's just going to get us all canceled.
Yes.
Canceled. Very well said.
Michael Powlick is enjoying your pat of butter, Patrick. So and Heyo Z course is saying you can always join. You can always join Patrick on his Discord not to miss any new techniques. Yes, because you do live stream on your Discord quite frequently. You mentioned that at the top of the show, and I want to make sure we mention it now as we're midway through the show, and probably mention it again at the end. Patrick does a lot of this very generous sharing of techniques on live.
Yeah, we try to stream. I try to stream once a day. Sometimes, if I'm sick or I'm traveling or something, it's not like the Beeple. Like if I miss a day, like my life's over. But yeah,
I forgot that he has the gun to his head.
I mean, perhaps we're all missing out on $70 million by not having a gun to our head.
That's fair. That's extremely fair. Could this be a... Should I make a raspberry? Throw on this thing? I don't know if I have time.
Yes. You've got 3 minutes and 3 seconds. You can make a strawberry or a raspberry, and any sort of berry to go on top would be lovely. I do like berries. Although I will say this image, it looks like a caramel syrup on the pancakes, and I don't really like caramel on fruit together. So I think this person's making a culinary mistake. Maple syrup and fruit is fine.
I get a caramel and fruit, I think. What I don't like is hot fruit.
It depends on seeds and other textures coming into it.
A blackberry cobbler is nice when you have hot fruit, if you're into some hot fruit.
Hash, if you is that your stack?
I think this is my stack. I added some dynamics tags to them, but then I think I don't know what I just did. I think I tried activating it, but it's not wanting to play nicely right now. I
probably have a lot of things going on.
I have split cam recording my screen and sending it separately over to Seth, which I think
Jason Murphy, you joke
may not
about
love.
You joke about, VFX and Chill streaming every day. Hashi and I have talked about doing it because we've had random Thursdays where we'll stream just for like an hour. But, I just don't know how much quality you're actually going to get from us. Patrick over here knows how to make food. Hashi and I only know how to eat it.
Yes. We could do a food stream every day.
We could.
All right, I'm gonna just try restarting
Michael
this
Pollack
business.
Says, Hashi's doing what I wish I could do, which is levitate my 7 pancakes, get the butter and syrup betwixt each.
That's the only way to get it evenly distributed, Okay, so let's see.
I love that you've given up now and are just promoting Patrick.
That's what I'm going to do.
We have 1 minute starting now.
1 minute.
1 minute? Goodness.
Are you just going to copy and paste an image?
Why do we have to cut these things so damn close?
That's fair.
Are you looking to see if he has pancakes already in there? Just going to copy and paste it into your ZBrush and pretend that his pancakes are yours? Hey, Patrick Gigi in the chat is asking, what are you all eating today? What have you eaten today?
I had my Friday everything bagel that I get from Elegy Coffee House in East Nashville. Every Friday I have it delivered to me to eat right before we get on the show. What about Hashi, Michael, and Patrick?
I had sweet green today.
Ah. I don't know
Very fancy.
Green in Nashville.
Very LA.
Pretty good. Very LA for Atlanta.
I wish the South would get tender greens. That's one of the big ones I miss from LA. Oh my God! I spent the minute.
4.
Oh my gosh.
1 second to get that raspberry on your pancake.
Just one.
Well,
so close, Glenn close.
Okay, amazing.
There you go. Solid.
Okay, guys.
All right, I'll try looping this if it'll let me. Let's see.
We got the cinema action. Let's go.
Hey!
Sloppy flapjacks.
You did it. Man, Patrick, yours looks like it has like a diamond, like bejeweled little like necklace or pendant on top of it.
Oh yeah.
It looks like that's a proposal stack.
It's
when you bring out the.
Those pancakes are a fancy bitch.
Oh, we love it.
Fancy. So fancy. Yeah, mine are collapsing a little in the middle, which means that the skillet was too hot and they were taken off very quickly. So,
I'm gonna be honest. I'd feel disrespected if I was at a restaurant and there was just literally one raspberry, no other fruit. There's just like one raspberry.
Yeah, one like 3 raspberries is intentional. 1 raspberry is an accident.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'd be like, okay, what's going on?
Who dropped their raspberry?
Patrick points out that is a very good-looking raspberry, given the time constraint. You made that in what? Just a minute or two?
Yeah.
It's painful. It's painful to watch this.
Just some nano mesh on top of a thing, and then I remeshed by union. You can see they're all kind of stitched here. I probably would have zero meshed, but I kind of just subdivided to give like a somewhat of an organic thing. So nano mesh, and then baked it down and remeshed by union. And yeah,
remesh by union sounds like a fragrance related.
Oh, it does. Yeah,
it's like a pro labor fragrance.
Yes.
Stegosaurus, by the way, says big fan of Maxon and Cinema 4D. Love you guys.
Love you too. Thank Stegosaurus.
Excellent. I think was it Michael Pollack who said that it looked like cranberry sauce.
Yes, Michael Pollack says your stack of pancakes look like the canned cranberry at Thanksgiving.
Well,
nice.
Let's see.
Which is fire.
I think that if speaking of which, you should follow Stu Maschwitz on Blue Sky because.
Oh yeah. I saw that.
Right.
Like, your computer really doesn't want to do anything.
It's gonna happen when we least
expect it. Oh yeah, it did.
Hey, at least your fire alarm's not going off.
There you go.
Yeah. Look at that. Wait, so would that be viscous or not viscous? I forgot science.
Now that's our next game we're going to play.
Look at this Geo. It's ridiculous. Ugh. It hurts. Look at the Texture is doing so much.
Oh, look at that.
That's unsettling to watch, to be honest.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Well, hey, we're going to come back from this commercial break.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to play another round. So we're sorry, Patrick. I'm sure this is destroying you. Here we go. Taking a break.
He's got a shiny nose.
Shiny? Now how can you overlook?
Why didn't you tell me? I insist on being here when they're born.
You bred raptors?
We're not supposed to acknowledge the commercial breaks, but I completely forgot that you gave him John Hammond's voice. All right, sorry. Welcome back, Hashi. I suck as a host this week. Hashi, can you take us next? Where are we going next?
Welcome back. We are in the middle of a very exhilarating couple of rounds of World War ZBrush, our game where we give ourselves a timed challenge to complete a ZBrush sculpt from scratch. We're here with expert, an incredible food sculptor.
What? Sorry.
Patrick Foley, Patrick 4D. And we are getting challenged by Michael to build different things in ZBrush to varying degrees of success. We first had a rack of lamb, and then we had a stack
of pancakes.
Pancakes. Yeah. So, Michael, tell us what we're doing next.
Oh, what you've got coming up next is this delightful and lovely sack of coffee beans.
Whoa.
Now, is the sack part of the prompt?
Yes.
Yes.
No. Okay.
No.
Because
Okay.
I know coffee bean is a fairly simple shape. I'll make a couple of them, scatter them about, fine. But the sack, I think it's important. And by the way, before you get started on this, I want to point out Kraskonar. I do not know how to say this. Username is a big fan of you, Patrick. So some Patrick
that.
love in the chat.
Much love. Thank you.
Incredible.
Younger.
Thank you all. And if you're joining us or watching the show, we would love for you to come watch the show on the official VFX and Chill channel. It's where we have the biggest group chat usually. And we would love to be able to join us there. So if you're watching on another stream, feel free to just click on over to there. It might even be in the description right below you.
Jason Murphy has asked a very excellent question that I'm excited for Patrick to answer, which is the sack on a plate?
We got to leave that one up for the. We're gonna make that on the fly, so I'm not too sure, but that's gonna be an executive decision.
Just a yes, an immediate yes. Plate gets added immediately. All right. Any questions before we proceed with the bag of beans?
No, but I do have to add. This is the first time that we're starting a challenge, and there's no glaring fire alarm in the back.
Yes.
I love that when we had Paul Gabriel on the show, we distinctly made sure to make it really difficult for him to.
We put oven mitts on his hands.
It seems to be a continuing trend.
And he had to listen to sound effects of people screaming, wasn't it? Isn't that what we put in his ears? Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
And now we successfully triggered. I mean, the fire alarm at his apartment is accidentally happened
unrelated.
On its own. Unrelated. Okay. Let's do this. We are going to do this for this next segment of World War Z. We are obviously going to be doing a bag of beans, so let's get it started. Here we go.
Sack of beans. Sack of
Get
beans.
it.
Bag of beans.
Hey. What are we doing?
Let's see.
Both folks starting with a sphere.
Spoke too soon.
Oh, went to a cube.
Ooh, it's a cube.
Interesting.
He turns it into a plate immediately. It just doesn't matter what he starts with. I'm going to start this one with a little boy sculpture and then turns it into a plate. Ooh, Hashi, that's a fascinating approach.
All right, let's see.
And, I didn't mean that derogatory. I meant legitimately. I wasn't like, oh, little baby, that's so cute.
Are you doing a bean first, Hosh? Is that what you're doing? You're starting with a bean?
Jamie!
Sorry, I saw him
Jamie.
in the chat. Saw them in the chat. Was just throwing that out. Now, I'm going to turn that off.
Good day from Australia. Jeffrey Bates watching from Australia. Good day, Jeffrey.
Oh, friendship happening in the chat.
Yeah, I know.
Have a good friendship, you know.
Speaking of friendship, Paul Gabriel says that his challenge
friendship.
with you was quite fun.
Paul, man, we'll have you back on the show any second you want. Any second you want, anytime you want, in a second.
But if you want to do it right now,
honestly,
hop on.
I'm not at all prepared for it on the OBS side, so we should do it.
Jason Murphy is enjoying that Hashi was starting this with a raptor skin.
Well, it looks to me like he's starting it with like a skull that's been popped open and there's just brain on top.
Hey, if that's how
I'm curious
how we
what
do
you
it.
have to say. It also looks kind of like an eyeball with like a raptor skin pupil. Look at that!
Yeah,
Look at that bag.
Oh, good Lord. I look away for 1 second.
Damn it, Patrick. So fast.
Oh.
Wait, what are you doing there? That was cool.
Oh, yeah. What?
See?
Oh,
what?
Cloth brush.
Good.
That.
Cloth brush.
Now,
Where's that?
Can you...
It's actually the cloth transpose tool.
Transpose.
Can you triangulate a mesh? Can you triangulate a mesh in ZBrush?
Sure.
I only ask because I found when doing cloth stuff, some cloth simulating things prefer triangulated meshes to cloth sim, and some go with the quads. Peyton Hebert says they can't espresso how excited they are for this particular challenge.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love it. You'd like to stop it. Get some help, one.
You're wrong.
Also a good one. Nick Smith is guessing the next prompt, whether it's going to be Knick Knack, Crab Shack, or Cracker Jack. Thank you, Nick Smith, for picking up. No, it's going to be something funnier than that, but good try.
We like to laugh on this show. I don't know if you can tell.
What does this do? Wait. Okay. Okay.
What does this do?
Okay.
Wait is always a good sign.
It still does look like just brains in a skull, which so I guess we should be rating this episode. I forgot that violins is what it got changed to. I thought it was still violence. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Live in La Vida Mocha. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have respect for that.
Peyton Hebert is a new voice in our chat this week that is giving our
Welcome,
regulars
Peyton.
a run.
Peyton,
a run for their punny.
Welcome home, Peyton. This is where you've always belonged.
So say grounded instead
Patrick.
of. Oh my god!
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
but
you don't
here,
say.
I don't know what's
I
happening
see what
over
you're doing,
here.
Hashi. I get it now. Okay, I get it. You're
I
doing
got it
sack and
before. I
beans
just don't.
as one. Okay.
I'm not saying I
didn't.
agree with it.
I was with Patrick GG wondering if we need to put an NSFW tag over Hashi's screen cap.
I agree. That's what happens on VFX and Chill. You never know what you're going to see. We're the bad boys. Visual effects. We're hitting all the drops this week.
This is, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun today with the ridiculousness of whatever this is.
I think the new format for our show should be we bring someone on the show like Patrick who's really actually good at what they do. We put their screen up in the corner, and then throughout the episode, Hashi and I do our usual bullshit while the expert just does the real work in the corner that people have access to at any point they want.
What I love about that is it's recreating those low attention span social videos, which are like someone playing Subway Surfers.
Yes.
And
Michael Palak says better latte than never. ATD Films says the Hashi will do it by whatever bean necessary. Peyton says they like their coffee. Hang on, I'm going to read this one verbatim. I like my coffee how I like my Death Star. Huge on the dark side and strong enough to destroy planets. Some nice says they've been waiting for the right planet. I like my coffee like I like my women.
Not at all.
I don't like coffee.
was like, where is this going?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Michael's the only one. Michael's the one person who can make that joke, and it's actually like who can start. I like my coffee like my women, and we all know we're not going anywhere weird.
It's not like I don't like women in general. I love women in general, just not mine. I don't want any of them
let's
for
not
me.
paint that picture. We are. Yeah.
We love women.
It's not women made of coffee.
We've had them on our show. It's just I don't like them for me. I don't like to consume them. I've seen how it is getting weird. We're gonna get canceled.
It didn't happen.
Wait.
Okay, great. I just gotta not give up so soon.
I know people in the Discord are going wild right now.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a way to send your Discord chat onto the screen. I wish I could.
Oh,
it's just discord.gg/p4d.
Yeah, but I don't have a way to put it on the screen.
Oh, true.
I do. No, I don't. I mean, I do, but it's more complicated than... I'll like break it.
Yeah, that would be...
I'm going to break it and put my social security card number on the...
I am amazed by what you're already able to do with this stream. It's ridiculous.
Like I said, we've got a prompt that I can change on the fly. We've got a timer. We've got all of our screens, or all of our faces. We've got 2 different live screens.
I think it's really funny when Michael glitches while he's saying all these things. We've got this. We've got the thing. It's just like clearly reality of this OBS is crumbling from all the weight of all the things that Michael's listing that it involves.
Right.
And keep in mind, my internet is going to space and back via satellite. So this whole setup is fairly impressive.
Really, it is remarkable that this show is being brought to you today. Once again, let's thank the amazing Patrick 4D for
seriously, Patrick. And what I love,
doing
you've
this
got
holy
2 views going on right now. You are on the left. It appears you are crafting one thing, and on the right, it's being cloned and multiplied.
Yes, this is
what?
The thing I do on the left is happening on the right.
Michael, shh! I want to hear what it is.
Oh, you missed it. I can't say it.
No.
That was our chance.
It's nano mesh. So I'm just kind of, making some organic piece of coffee bean, what have you. Maybe an H polish, kind of flatten some of these edges here. Boom. I usually do that to make something like coffee beans a little bit more organic, just like flatten out some of the, and then we can maybe inflate a little bit, maybe a little contrast.
Goodness gracious.
And everything I do here is happening.
You do for me.
The other side. So if I just and then what's cool is if I want to make structural changes to this mesh as a whole without messing with the little details, I can proxy pose it and kind of bring it down to a very low resolution approximation. And then I can do something like a plate balloon, take it down a little bit, and then we can get those details back.
What?
My God. Oh, why do we keep doing this to you, Hashi? Like we keep...
I don't know.
I do appreciate your approach here, Hash. The idea of just doing the pile of beans as a texture instead of a clone grid or whatever.
Check it out. Mine's a think piece. You see, like
one bean floating above.
A bean.
A bean.
And bean.
N bean, A bean, and B bean.
Then I'll just like refresh this real quick. How much time we get? No, okay, we're good.
You got 9 minutes and 42 seconds.
You could. The heck is this? No, I don't want the. Why is it not?
Jason Murphy already suggested that you fill the sack with some of the rack of lamb pieces.
Oh, jeez.
Need outside of the box thinkers. That's for damn sure.
Wait.
Jeffrey Beats is asking, is there an AI program that could build a 3D model from the photo and then you can refine it? There are some AI things out there that try to build from photos or just text prompts. So they all suck so bad.
Yeah. It's almost like it's really hard work to do.
You're right.
Wait.
Dude, that's nuts,
I did
Patrick.
the thing again. What?
No, these are beans.
How did that happen so quickly?
Ah! Yeah.
What?
Patrick and I are vibing on that joke together.
Did somebody say? Wait. Did somebody say cool beans? Is that what happened?
Yeah,
that's nuts.
Someone did say cool beans. But
Michael!
Okay, you guys want to see something cool? This is
yes, I do want to see something cool. Go for it.
So whatever I do, these are all being projected onto the mesh below. And what's cool is if I make changes to, where is my, not see my, oh, there it is. It's just so big. If I make changes to the mesh below, I can move, like strategically move these beans without actually changing what the beans look like. So I can literally be like,
oh, that's so cool. So it's like Cinema 4D Cloner saying clone on the surface.
yeah. And then you can bake them out or what have you. So if they're not perfect as is, you can just keep sculpting so you get something a little bit more random like this. Or in my case, I don't want to do that at all. But that's why I kind of like scuff this stuff up from the beginning, because I don't need to make all the beans inside. We can just fake it by going like this. Something like that.
Peyton Hebert is absolutely like, I hope you come back to the chat every week because this is your home.
He's the goat. He's the goat. He wears purple jeans, by the way.
He's what? What'd you say?
He wears purple jeans.
Oh, finally, somebody.
Where do you even find
I'm so glad
jeans?
I know what that means.
Yeah, Amazon. So, yeah.
Amazon
Don't
purple jeans.
You got 7 minutes and 5 seconds.
Okay, I've decided to switch to working in ZBrush.
ZBrush? Nailed it. Perfect. Whoop.
Let's see. We're gonna do a little.
Oh, hey, Jeffrey Beats is asking, are these guys on iPad ZBrush? You know what? Maybe we should have Patrick do the next challenge on his iPad, because we've got the iPad sitting right there.
I need all the help I can get.
Have that.
Cool.
Hey, Patrick, what are your thoughts on ZBrush iPad? As someone who's been using ZBrush to expert level for quite some time, how do you feel about the iPad version?
Oh, I love it. It is the fact that you can not only make stuff, especially with a tiny little collapsible keyboard and all of the hotkeys are pretty much one-to-one. It makes it really fast. And then with Go Z, either to ZBrush Stationary or Cinema 4D, like it's just so fast to be able to do something like that on an iPad.
Yeah, because you can model. You could sculpt on the iPad and just send it to Cinema 4D for modeling, for like further for animation or texturing and whatnot.
100%.
Awesome.
Good.
Wait, Hashi, now you've got a Raptor print on top of a box?
Your classic Raptor print.
Mm-hmm.
What we've got here. Okay. This is gonna work.
It was funny to like cut from the full screen of Patrick's to go to pull out to see yours again and discover, yeah, like Jason says, that like suddenly now yours has just become a cube. You've clearly started over with 5 minutes to go.
You know,
from your brain bag.
If there's any time to, start
to pivot from
scratch, it's as
this
the time
Paul,
runs out.
Paul Gabriel in the chat says, "Micro poly that bag." So,
oh yeah. You already know it.
That's what I was going to say.
Peyton says, been there, done that. Jeffrey Beats is asking, do you need a large iPad for ZBrush?
Large as in the physical size or like capacity of memory? Either way, not really.
I was going to say, no. I mean, yeah, obviously the bigger is better for many things, but you can get surprisingly high poly counts on fairly low, fairly meh iPads. Like that's one of the things that really impressed me about ZBrush on the iPad is that how high a poly count you can get on what is a magical piece of glass in your hand.
Right. I forgot. I think I was talking to Ian Robinson.
Digital magic.
I don't know. We're all so quiet. I don't know why that happened. I'm sorry, Patrick. What were you saying?
I was talking to Ian Robinson. I think he on his iPad he was able to drag in something with like, I think he said like 100 million polygons.
Yeah, I've seen sculpts of over
an iPad.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
So fun fact. This isn't iPad related, but when you bake down a nano micropoly mesh like this, one thing I like to do to make it kind of look frayed is just start smoothing certain areas.
Oh,
nice.
Look at that.
That makes it all baggy-like.
Yeah.
What?
Hashi,
how much time do we have?
Hashi,
how much
what is your dancing
3.5,
box over
Hashi.
there doing, Hush?
3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes.
Hashi, hit play on that
okay.
again for me. That was really funny to see. It's just this lame like doop 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 doop.
Heck yeah, let's check it out. All right. Oh gosh. Okay.
Fill it with beans.
We're gonna go. What are we gonna do? We're gonna try this. All right. It's gonna.
While Hashi pushes that around to make a sack real quick, Paul specifies that you just need an iPad that has at least the A12 chip or any M series chip.
Oh, nice.
Speaking of the M series chip, if anyone is using After Effects on a Mac that's got the M series processors, the real lens flares that's where it works the best, because if you've got a high-end M chip on your laptop or your Mac of any kind, you'll have a really nice time running real lens flares on that. It's the smoothest experience.
Damn.
Oh, Patrick, have you seen real lens flares, by the way? I know you don't do a lot of lens flares in your work.
Oh, really?
Oh, I love it. It's one of my favorite things. It's what I always wanted a lens flare tool to be. It simulates light going through an actual model of the lens to generate the lens flares. So when the light moves across the screen, you get like this cool morphing, warping, and changing of the light that is unlike any other lens flare tool out there, because they're all just pushing basically sprites around on the screen, but this is actually bending light, which is cool enough by itself, but now it's got obscuration, so you can put the light behind and through things, and you get the reflections of that image through the reflections and the ghosts and the flare. Like if you ever need a lens flare,
so like chromatic aberration and stuff in that.
It's got all it's moving through an actual lens simulation, man. So you get That's really cool flare stuff going on. There's some really gross, dirty, grungy ones that are just make me so happy. So yeah, if you ever need a flare in your work, it's a little slower than other lens flare tools out there because, like I said, it's genuinely shooting light through a lens model, but it's gorgeous results, especially when you put it behind something. Yeah.
Damn.
Peyton says he hopes that we aren't running out of steam as we come up to 1 minute to go.
1 minute to go.
Nick Smith says Hashi's definitely got the VeggieTales version of the coffee bag. Sorry, go ahead.
It does look like that.
Is that a pun? Is that another pun?
No, that's a Christian vegetable series. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god!
If you're talking about VeggieTales, not a pun. If you're talking about running out of steam, yes, that's a pun. And Michael Palak was saying, "Hey, it's less than a minute. We're French pressed for time."
Oh my god!
It hurts.
Oh, and for those of you asking, I am talking about real lens flares. It is part of Red Giant's VFX suite, and is it's my favorite lens flare tool by a long shot. Real lens flares. Go check it out. Red Giant. 20 seconds left.
They're real.
28.
Maxon.
Jeez.
So, yeah, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Patrick's just chilling. He's done. He's made his bed. He's going to sleep in it.
Hey,
incredible work.
Jeez.
That was so impressive. Hashi, you were about to lay a cube of beans into there.
Yeah.
Any last words before we go to a break, Hash? Patrick, that's unbelievably cool. I cannot believe
that's so good.
Oh, thank you.
So good.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Get away from me! Now, what's this nonsense here? After all,
Hey, look at the beak. Big lizard. More like a 6-foot turkey. Your kind of stink.
Now, these reindeer didn't have any idea about what they were letting themselves in for.
Welcome back to VFX and Chill. If you are just joining us, Patrick 4D is dead. No, he's gone to fill up his water bottle. He'll be back in a second. We hope, unless the fire took him.
Now,
he's back.
There's a quick question in the chat. How do you compare real lens flares to...
No, I can hear you.
Damn it.
How do you compare real lens flares to Video Copilot's optical flares? It's very different from optical flares or from no light factor, which Red Giant used to make. Those basically just move images around on the screen, and it looks very pretty. Real lens flares is great for very stylized, very fast lens flare creation. But if you want realism, like you can hold on a shot with real lens flares in it, like for seconds, where up to minutes if you want. It looks like a real flare. Most VFX shots where you have a flare in the screen, you kind of have to cut away pretty quick because especially if the flare is moving on the screen or something goes across in front of it, it just does not hold up. But real lens flares holds. You can have it on screen.
There's a lot of cool things under the hood.
It's a true like simulation of everything.
I mean, just obscuration alone, I think, is something that is huge about it. Is
so
that
good.
Just if an object obscures the flare, you'll actually see the actual shape of that object reflect within all of the aberrations in the flare. It's very, very cool. We should check in and do a whole episode about it. It's been a while since we've done that. But for now, I do want to say we have one more round of World War ZBrush that we want to get to. Michael,
there's a new challenge. So we've had a rack of ribs, we've had a stack of pancakes, we've had a sack of coffee beans, and now it's time for a stack of gingerbread. Yes, it's a little gingerbread house.
What?
I figure 'tis the season for warming spices, and people have been sculpting out of bread for as long as people have been making bread, and people have been putting warming spices in their foods in the wintertime as long as people have had warming spices and wintertime. So it's time to break out your cookies and make a gingerbread shack.
Let's give it a try. Here we go, everybody.
That hurt.
Bop. Now, hit
Goodness.
Hashi, stop with the coffee beans.
I know.
Oh yeah.
That is pretty cool, Hashi.
All
right, fine. You redeemed yourself.
Fine. All right. You know what? I've been doing a little poorly, so this time I'm just gonna start right in Cinema 4D.
Senior 4D, do it.
But I don't want to make it too unfair, and also let's see. Wait. There we go.
All right.
Somewhere in there. One of those frames.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right.
That's actually fire.
I'm gonna let.
That's actually really cool.
It looks like it's jamming out. Like, what's
I'm gonna let
it
y'all
absolutely
watch.
Does. It is 100% like
Heck yeah.
part of a dance, like a musical number in a Disney movie.
We do.
So plate or no plate, Pat?
Oh.
Right. I'm gonna let that go. You gotta find some music for it.
No plate.
Hashi's gotta go pee. I'll be right back.
Music for it? All right. Let's see if I can make this happen. Hang on.
No plate, but
consent. Yeah.
You
might be right.
Sorry, we're just giving the beans a track real quick.
Yeah. You might be right.
We're gonna make a wooden.
There have been many traditional ways.
All right. Sorry. What was that? We'll finish.
We're gonna make a wooden platform.
Wooden platform.
No plate, but wooden platform.
I think it's smart. Very smart.
Just plank by plank. Nice. Oh, hey, that was fast.
Wow.
Literally wooden plank it up. Oh, there you go. And then we're gonna go.
One thing I really like about ZBrush is that little face in the top right that lets you at a glance.
Yeah.
Even if you don't know what red, blue, and green stand for, and of course they're different in different 3D apps, which ways the things are considered being, immediately if you're at the front, the top, the left, the right. It's such a good user interface thing.
We've got some planks.
Now, Michael Pawlak says that he was always partial to a Marianne bread house at Christmas as opposed to a gingerbread house.
I love that you just immediately roughen those planks up and it's ready to go. That's nuts.
Here you go. Got some planks.
But
I would spend all day on the planks.
On just the planks. Walking in the planks.
From Ed and Eddie.
Golly.
Here. And we're gonna slice some stuff, if that's chill with you guys. Wait, what does it look like again? Do we have a reference?
Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. Here you go. In fact, if you want, I can do this so it's bigger.
Oh yeah. Actually, wait.
Bread Shack, Gingerbread Shack, Bread Shack, baby, Bread Shack, baby. That's Nick Smith in the chat, not me
Bread
singing
Shack,
that, by the way.
Gingerbread Shack. Yeah, you got to do the full.
Blame Nick Smith for that.
All right, I'm
Peyton
back
Hebert
up.
Peyton Hebert says, thought you had to be redheaded to make gingerbread.
What?
Boo.
All right, I'm back.
Patrick's making the intro to Home Alone over there. Wow. We did that once for the show. I'm going to find that.
Oh, yeah, it's so good.
It's one of my favorite intros we ever did.
Okay, here we go. Let's go. I feel like pretend I'm making a. Just needs to be.
Do 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 do.
All right, I am starting with a little subdivision surface to try to figure out what thickness of gingerbread feels like a gingerbread house.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I like that amount. So we're gonna take this and let's create a plane. Let's do that. Press NA real quick to make it.
Oh, I found our.
Not show my.
I found our Home Alone intro.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Check it. Let's do it. Let's do it real quick. Here we go. Can we see and hear that?
I see. Most of what I see is your Instagram.
Yeah, it's. We can see the video playing on it?
Yep.
That was a fun one to recreate.
And a fun one to get copyright strikes from for that song.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we're going to now, too.
Not a strike. Not a strike, but
Did we get banned?
No, it's fine.
I'm sorry. I mean, oh well. Oh, there. I forgot we were in the van. That was a fun one. Michael, you were on the TV. It's just a fun, like watching home movies and Christmas time. There you are. Classic.
It's a good time.
Good time. All right. Back to the matters at hand.
Yeah. All right.
Alex's eyes just glazed over.
So what I got going here is I just have a bunch of really simple geometry like this. And then I'm placing all of this geometry inside a connect object that does not have weld checked. And so that way, if I put all of these multiple objects in a subdivision surface, it subdivides all of them. If you have multiple items inside a subdivision surface, it'll only hierarchically do the first one. So the connect object is making an act on all of these. So I can do that. And if I want, in the non-subdivision version, I can go mess with geometry and stuff like that.
Somebody in the chat is asking icing or frosting. Are they asking if we, like, what we call it? Or are there two different things?
I don't know.
I consider frosting to be
Maybe
more
it's
of a
both.
wide brush.
Maybe both is happening at the same time.
Oh my gosh.
It's ridiculous. All right. I don't remember what I was about to do.
You were about to make a gingerbread house.
That's the one gingerbread house.
I picked all of these challenge images because I knew they had interesting sculpty things in them. Like in this one, I'm really interested to see the frosting icicles on the roof, the gumdrops up, maybe fairly interesting, and the little icing details on the front to see how that gets done. But especially the icicles, that was one I'm really looking forward to see. I mean, you already did some of that with the syrup on the pancakes, so it's I'm feeling good about it.
See, I'm thinking I'm just trying to finish the structure of this home, and then I'm gonna be guns blazing.
Well, you've got 11
gums blazing.
I just created
gumdrops blazing.
I do. Oh.
Justin Leduc says, "Look at my boy Hashi working all gingerly."
Oh my god!
Oh, your boy, my boy Hashi. Gumdrops got me.
Yeah.
They always do. Hash, that's looking good, man.
I gotta figure out what I did to this doorway, though. I did something weird. It's meant to be organic, but like there ended up being more polygons than I thought were there. Whoops. Putting them inside a connect object and trying to turn up the tolerance.
Spider-Man turned up the
tolerance. Hang on, how did you make this doorway in the first place? Did you bool it out?
I thought about booling it out because we have new awesome bool tools.
We do have new bools. Bool tools.
But
bool out.
Brand new.
Putting that on the list.
Yeah, so speaking of Boolean tools, here's what we got. Why don't I grab
you're on the latest update, right?
What are the walls? Which ones are the walls? It's that's the back. Okay. I'm gonna rename these wall. I know they're all walls, but I'm gonna call these the walls versus I'm gonna call the front.
10 minutes.
What? Oh crap! In that case, I should probably get to.
Some IMM stuff. What about?
Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a couple of copies of this.
Patrick,
rotate
are you gonna get the cookie texture in the actual mesh, or are you gonna do it with the texture?
I'm gonna do the bigger deformations in the mesh, and then if I were rendering this, it would be
even more detailed, nuanced with the texture.
Yeah.
About how long does it usually take you to do the texturing on one of your food models? Is it half the time of sculpting? Is it a quarter of the time of sculpting? Or is it vary wildly?
I'd say a quarter. Yeah. Because at this point, I have just so many procedural textures just made, like cake, Oreo, ice cream, anything. So I have a place to start from. I'm trying to think of if I want to do just some kind of... The thick skin clay brush always kind of reminds me of some sort of like. Like if you ever want to have something that looks like icing, sometimes I'll just rough up the
fingerprints
edges
through it and stuff. Yeah, right there. Now the reference though is like looks like it's bare cookie, and they just drew shingles with like a
true.
like a tube.
In that case, I think you can polygroup. You want to separate the top from the bottom, you can go to the polygroup tab. You can go, where is it? Oh yeah, polygroups, group front, and then the bottom will be a separate polygroup, and that's important because we can do the mask by feature thing again. Boost the mask. Then extrude.
Boost the mask, boost the mask, boost the mask.
Now we have this, and then we can just literally take the snake hook.
Snake hook.
Yeah, we love that name.
Is it called the snake hook because it pulls out long, snaky shapes?
And hooks them, yeah.
What is that? What they called you snake hook in high school?
Whoa!
It's like the
Yeah. Sorry, I enjoyed your response. It's like what, Hash?
Oh, the old, like in a carnival or something like that, where you're handling a snake with a shepherd's hook somehow.
Oh yeah, some dude with the
like you do.
Holy crap! I look away for a second and come back, and there's all this icing.
Yeah.
Icicles.
Goop.
Oh yeah.
What?
Going full goop.
The snake hook, the snake hook brush, and your Sense Labs tablet seem to work very nice together.
We have a nice symbiotic relationship. It works out in our favor sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't.
Snake hook Patrick over here.
How long have you been using a Sense Labs tablet?
For about a year, maybe a little bit more. But I love this thing.
It's pretty cool. Great. We played around with one in Germany, didn't we, Hosh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about this.
We set that up for Patrick, or for Paul.
I was like, whoa, was I there?
Congratulations, Patrick. Sorry, we didn't want to tell you, but you were on our live show in Germany. You did great.
And then I'm just gonna mess around with.
Oh, sorry. I'm sure somewhere
that's
in the
pretty.
world, some tentacles are complete.
What? It's so pretty.
Yeah, it is so pretty.
Okay, what can I do here?
Like antlers or something. Yeah. I don't know what this is, but seaweed. And the best part about this stuff is this is inspired by stuff that was made by hand, so it can be messy. That's the best part. It's
exactly.
Like, if this looks a little wonky, yes, we did it.
At the same time, though, it's using the symmetry. You do want to then go in after, right, and mess it up a little bit so it's not as perfect.
Yes, correct.
Although it doesn't look symmetrical there, it looks just organic.
Right. And you'll see in like 2 seconds, we can take this from like kind of sus to like, oh, this looks like it's icing or whatever. So I'll do anything that I think should have.
Those designs, though, it does look like there's a witch inside, and I'm gonna be.
It's a SpongeBob themed witch during Christmas season.
All right, I had an idea, and now I'm trying to remember what my idea was.
Extract, boom, polish,
and
then we're gonna go and just take symmetry off.
Yeah.
And then start mushing around. Yeah, look at that.
Hashi had an idea, and then he forgot what his idea was. It was
like it just looks like icing, you know?
It really does. Well, Hashi, you've got a gingerbread house going on. You've baked the cookies.
That's impossible, even for a computer.
Sorry, that was a late response.
I was going to do
Patrick.
Yeah, I was going to do that, and then do some kind of smoothing on some voxels at like this big, and then I was going to duplicate it. Whoops.
Hashi loves taking screenshots in the Skype chat accidentally. Oh, no, that was actual message. Never mind.
Volume builder. Can I bring in the object a second time and then say subtract, and then do another dilate and erode?
Got 3 minutes left,
almost,
folks.
I swear I have an idea that could work if I were clever enough. 3 minutes. Okay, I'm going to put these inside a volume mesher. Okay.
Dances for Peace says Hashi just needs to add a gingerbread Snoopy on top.
I totally do. Okay. Here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do some kind of.
Yeah. If we're just on top. Well, just push it up.
Yeah.
Push it real good up.
Okay, there we go. And let me see. Oh, you know what? Instead of a smooth, I need to dilate and erode on under here. But this let's see, offset by almost. I'm so close. Offset. Okay, we're kind of getting there.
2 minutes. Nick Smith says, just make it invisible. It could be a Gingerbread house.
Gingerbread.
No.
Remember back when we used to have discussions about it's pirates versus ninjas? Anyone else cool back a long time ago?
2002, freshman year of college for me. Yeah.
Yep.
RealUltimatePower.com, was that what the
Patrick, were you
website?
alive in 2002?
No, I was actually born 2010.
Ouch.
That's
you,
not true.
you missed that whole debate over pirates versus ninjas.
1995. Let's go.
What? He did it. Okay, I gotta turn that off. Why did that keep happening?
Because we keep saying
It's
did,
off. It's off now.
and then it.
True.
You got
My God.
1
Patrick.
minute and 2. 1 minute.
Wait, what is the... There's something I need to do.
Hashi, looks
Well, I
pretty
mean,
good.
We got 1 minute,
Both
you
of
said?
you-
Oh, boy.
Both, yeah, you have a minute.
Well, not
48
anymore.
seconds. 47, 46, 45. But you're all, both of you have things that are recognizable as gingerbread houses. So I
Yes.
feel like
And that was
we're-
the prompt, so good job.
Yep.
Why a new
thank
sphere?
goodness.
What are you doing there? Don't tell me you're trying to make a Snoopy real fast.
No, I was gonna try to. Let's see.
We got 15
Oops.
seconds.
Sphere.
9,
bigger.
8, 7.
Wait. The cookie brush from the collab.
Oh, clever!
It was not easy, but I did it.
Guys, unbelievable work. Look at
He
that.
did it.
That's a little bit dragony right there at the end, Patrick. It's got kind of this.
Yeah, I know. It was an executive decision that I regret currently.
No, I like the idea of putting a bunch of Hershey's Kiss type, extruded.
Yeah.
Extruded.
Have you seen
bits
what
on
kids
top.
do when they make gingerbread houses? They suck. They're terrible. This is incredible.
That's true.
And Hashi,
Oh, I
that's-
see what
better
you It's
than-
like devil. It's like devil horns
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Devil bread
I had
house.
some plan to do. I was going to try to throw a cloner on this thing, and so I could do like. There we go.
Patrick
Now
GG
that's
says
chicken
amazing
parts.
work from both of them.
thank you.
Jeffrey Beats says both of these are excellent. Michael Pollock says Chef's Hershey's Kiss to Patrick's house. And Peyton Hebert says, what's the gingerbread man's favorite band? The Rolling Scones.
Incredible. Guys, we got to jump. Any last words?
wow,
Patrick,
wow,
where we
wow.
we find you? Where we go?
So my address is...
Perfect. Come set the fire alarm off.
Nobody says, just everyone's like... Yeah, no, you can find my stuff mostly on Instagram. That's like my main social media these days. Patrick_4D. And that same handle is the same for everything, I think, like YouTube, TikTok, all this stuff. And then my website, patrick4d.com. And if you want to kind of kick it like we do every morning, or at least the vast majority of mornings when I'm streaming, making the stuff for the daily reels for Instagram, it's just in my Discord. So it's discord.gg/P4D. And other than that, I mean, go try out the latest update of ZBrush and Cinema, where you can find all these assets that we conjured up these past few weeks. Super excited about that.
Please do. Patrick,
Thanks for
incredible.
having me, guys. It's
dude,
freaking
please
amazing.
come
So
back.
much fun.
Please come back
Right.
next year. We're gonna find some more reasons to do food. You actually have the link. We tell this to our guests. You have the link to book yourself on the show. You literally can do that whenever you want. If you're bored one week and there's no one booked, come on in, dude. You're welcome. We thank you so much for being on the show, man. Everybody, we're gonna be here one more time next week before the end of the year. We'll see you on Friday. And Patrick, thanks again, dude. You're the best. Everybody have an incredible week.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate
Goodbye.
it. Happy holidays.
Woo!